Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today was definitely a day. This week was pretty amazing though, but today was a day from traveling, missing a flight, but I got made it back in Baton Rouge, getting ready for a new week. But just wanted to jump on here really quick is like because this week obviously was planned out. Went to California to train with some athletes that I help, that I assist, and it was a pretty cool week. Everything kind of went according to plan, and some things didn't. And I just this week I told myself that I wasn't going to allow it to bother me. It kind of did, but it didn't as much as it normally does because like I'm working on releasing control. And today was one of those days, right? That had a flight got pushed back, got delayed in California, leaving California to the connecting flight in Dallas, and like you can't do anything about that. Got it actually the flight kind of sped up. The pilot obviously went a little faster. We arrived earlier than we were expected after having a being late, and thought we were gonna make it. Got to the door and they shut the door in our face. Like that's the first time I've ever experienced that in my life. It's all good. It's a part of it. But like I was upset. I was disappointed. I thought we made it. The guy at the desk was like, "Hey, we closed the door at 15 minutes before the flight." And I went to saying like, "Well, that ain't always the case." And but at the end of the day, that's the policy. If some people do it and some people don't, the policy is the policy. I can't do anything about that. It is what it is. Kind of flip the switch on that. Like stop worrying about it because whatever was supposed to happen is gonna happen. Like no matter what. Yeah, if at first we thought we wasn't gonna make the flight, then we had like a little, chance of making a flight, and so it kind of changed. Once we got there and we didn't make the flight, and having to do a shit on you, and like because again, you got to understand when they're they have this flight, they have to fill those seats, and so there are people on standby for your seat. If you're not there, should they hold the seats? Maybe, but like I mean, they got other people that are trying to fly too, and we eventually was able to get on the flight. Kind of got angry, kind of let it bother me a little bit too much, and then kind of started talking to myself, right? Like that's not really, who I am. Like it's not worth it. Like I can't control it. I can't bring the plane down from the sky. I can't open the door without getting arrested to get on the plane. And so it just wasn't meant to be. I was supposed to be in this spot at this time, no matter how much I fought it. It was outside of my control. And I can't allow that type of stuff to frustrate me. Neither can you. Like, however your day is, that's your day. Like, you do the best that you can with what you have. And if it doesn't go your way, you just chalk it up as that's a part of life. That's how it was supposed to happen. You did your part. Now, if you didn't do your part and things go a different way, then you got something to worry about. But if you did the very best you can and you where you're supposed to be and doing what you're supposed to do and it just doesn't go your way, that's life. It's a learning lesson. That's it. Like, but you can't allow it to determine the rest of your day. Like I could have really allowed that to affect my day. And I still was able to get a lot accomplished, even getting into Baton Rouge at about 5, 6 o'clock. Like, and wanted to jump on this podcast. Like, it's important to realize that, whatever day you have, that's the 24 hours you have. And you got to enjoy them. You got to make the most of them. Because the truth is, anything can happen at any time. When I got in the Uber and the guy was talking to me on the Uber and he was just talking about how his life is different from where he was living in Mexico to now being, in Louisiana and driving Uber. And not that my life is better than his, but like why I thought to myself, why am I complaining? Like why am I upset? Why do I allow something as minute as me missing a flight, but I got here? It's not like I missed anything. Everything that I was supposed to do, I did. Everything I was supposed to accomplish, I did. When I was in California, the things that we were supposed to do, we did. Some of the things I wish we could have did, we didn't. But like we didn't lose anything. We didn't fail anything. Nothing bad happened. We were in good health. We had fun. We trained. We networked. Like, I think that's all pluses. Like, life is not going to always happen the way you want it to be. Life is definitely never going to happen the way you plan it to. So you just got to learn how to roll the punches. Enjoy your day. Like, today was a great day. Yesterday was a great day. I can't do anything about yesterday. When I roll over, when I wake up, when I open my eyes, I thank God for a new day. And I have to focus on that day. And I'm learning that. The reason I'm telling it to you all now is because I'm still learning that. And I get challenged by that every day, even when I say, hey, look, I'm going to focus on today. Like, today is a great day. Then something happens. Just that quick. I went from being late for a flight to almost making a flight until them shutting the doors in my face. And like, I can literally look, I can see the plane. I'm like, all you got to do is open the door back. And they're like, we can't do that. And they didn't say it, but I understood that there are standby passengers, and those standby passengers fill those seats. Like, who am I to tell somebody to get out of the seat? Maybe that person that was getting on that flight had to get to work, or a family member was sick, and that seat was needed. Maybe they prayed to God for that seat. I had no reason to get there that early. If I missed a flight and I went from getting to Baton Rouge at 2 and getting to Baton Rouge at 6, it didn't affect anything for me. I gotta been okay. So I looked at it differently. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, in that moment I was like, oh yeah, now everything's great. No, I was upset until I realized, and I asked myself, why am I upset? What do I have to do? Why am I mad about something that I cannot control? Someone probably really needed that seat. I just wanted that seat. And it's a different perspective. You never know what, again, someone's going through. Am I going to go in there and tell them, hey, like the guy was like, hey, look, if you want to, like, you had a seat, you upgrade to a seat, like, you can make a big deal out of it. Like, but what would that have done? Is that Christ-like? Like, is that what I'm supposed to exemplify? And listen, in that moment, I was really upset. I was like, And then I realized the people that was with me, like, I can't do that. Because what example am I setting? It's not worth it, because I'm going to get, even if I have to drive from Dallas to Baton Rouge, I'm going to get to my destination. I'm okay. I'm blessed. I'm in good health. There's no real issue. And then also, I still have fear of flying. So I always look at it like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Final Destination. Like, when they get off the plane, right? And it's like, why you got off the plane and then the plane blows up? Not saying the plane blew up, but like, those things run through my mind. And I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'm good. Maybe I'm not supposed to be on that flight. But more so, maybe someone needed that seat I was in. And it just so happened the way it happened, they were able to get to where they need to go. They needed it more than I needed it. Not saying it was irrelevant to me, but you do not know what is going on in the world outside of your bubble. And sometimes that's all we really concern ourselves with. We only really focus on what we're going through and not really what other people are dealing with. And so you got to take a step back and have a different perspective in life. Like, it's not like the world does not revolve around me. I'm important to God, right? But like, there are so many other people in this world, so many other things going on, not just me. And it was just an eye-opening experience, like something as minute as that, right? I allowed to get me worked up to the fact that my heart is racing. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, it's not that serious. Like, and then the young men with me, right, they get worked up. And I started to realize that you have that effect on people and you can't do that. Like, they're watching you, they're reacting off you. So I had to calm myself down. We went to customer service and was able to get a later flight with better seats. It worked out. We still got out here in the time that we were supposed to. We're going to be able to do what we supposed to do later today and then obviously tomorrow. So there's nothing. Didn't lose anything. So what is there to complain about? Someone was able to do something they really needed to do, because obviously you're on standby. I don't know how it works, but you didn't have a seat. And then you had a seat. So that's a blessing for them. Like, I'm okay. There's no issues. But I can't allow that moment to affect my day. I can't allow something that happens at 12 noon to affect 5 p.m. because this day is evaporating. The time is going by, and I have to enjoy that time because I'm never going to get what July. I don't have my watch on my hand. July 5th. I'm not going to get July 5th, 2026 again. So I have to enjoy that, and then tomorrow's tomorrow. Whatever happens in tomorrow is going to happen in tomorrow no matter what. I can plan it just like I planned this flight, just like I booked this flight, and it's not going to happen the way I think it's going to happen. How do I respond to that? That becomes my life. And so, like, that was an eye opener. And just something little, right, that happened, but I appreciate it because it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me thinking. It gives me obviously topics to talk about on this podcast, but like, enjoy your day. Don't let anything deter you from your day. Like, it's your day. You own it. It belongs to you. You have 24 hours. Whatever time you get up, whatever time you go to sleep, like, enjoy every moment of, because as you see more and more every day, like, this is the truth. People leave us every day. And the truth is, it's a normal day. It just happens. And then you're no longer here. So why get worked up on stuff like that? I'm learning that every day as I get older, not old, like as you mature in life and you realize how important every breath is, how important every moment is, how important good health, how important walking, talking, seeing family is, then you realize that you got to enjoy every single moment. Again, I always say I plan on living until my 80s. I got 50 plus more years left on this earth, and I'm on assignment. And so I have to complete this task and this task and this task, right? The goal is to bring more and more awareness to love, joy, hope, to Jesus Christ, to our Creator, right? To joy, to people enjoying their life. Understanding that every day is a different challenge. That's my assignment, and I'm going to do it as much as I can. And I cannot allow one issue, one challenge, one circumstance to control my entire day, because then I lose. I've lost focus. I've lost the moment. That happened. I didn't get on a plane. I didn't get the flight I was supposed to. I did get a flight. I'm not stuck in Dallas now. If I was still stuck in Dallas right now, maybe, but even then, like, I'm learning, not say learned, because I'm still learning. I'm learning not to get so worked up about that. Not 5 years ago, yeah, I'd have probably lost it. But again, 5 years ago, I wouldn't fly on a plane either. Like, I just started flying. And that's a blessing that I'm able to do that. Like, some people can't. And talking to the guy in an Uber made me realize that. He was like, some people can't afford that. And the luxuries that I have, I'm complaining about, was it didn't go my way today. Not the other 40 flights I've gotten on that I never had an issue. This one time I had an issue, and it's flying is this, flying is that, that's the, and then you just can't let that happen. That's the work of the enemy. Like, I'm blessed, and I have to have gratitude, and I have to show other people gratitude. I have to also show other people how to handle uncomfortable situations. Because yes, getting the door, like, they probably could have handled it a little different because we made it in time, but they had already gave the seats away. They could have explained it that way. No, they just shut the door and said, hey, our policy is that you. And I allowed in that moment that to deter me from who I really am or how I should have responded, right? And it was a learning lesson. And it's just to say, like, man, like, none of that really matters. It doesn't matter. I won't remember that a day from now. I won't even think about it. But in that moment, I made it bigger than what it needs to be. And we should never do that. None of us should, ever. Like, life is so much more precious than the little moments that things don't go our way. There's going to be a lot of situations in our life that things don't go our way. You have to take solace in the fact that you're alive, you're well, and you're able to do that. That's you get to do that. I get to fly on planes. I get to train in different states. I get to meet and network with people that 10 years ago I didn't know or they didn't even know of me. And so that's a blessing. So however the situation is going that I might feel like it's not going in my favor, I still have the opportunity. And I have to show gratitude. I have to enjoy every moment. I have to enjoy everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because I get to do it. There are people that do not get to do that. And that's what I appreciate. That's what I remember about today. And I'll work on it. I'll try to improve. I'll put the pieces back together and focus on tomorrow when tomorrow comes. But enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy what you have, because you just don't know. You really never know. Like all you see all over social media is rest in peace, and it's unfortunate, but that's life. That's the ones that you see. There's many that you don't see, and it just happens on a regular old day. And so I'm learning more and more to be appreciative of what I have, and even what I don't have that I don't need really. Every day that I open my eyes, that's the best two gifts I can ever get. I can move my extremities. I can talk. I can think. I can remember. Like, those are blessings. And we just got to enjoy them. Take what you got. Make the best of it. We're going to be okay. And I hope everyone's enjoying their summer, that they're taking I'm going to take a few days to digress and kind of regroup, and then see what I'm going to do, moving forward, and just enjoy this rest of this summer. Like, not be too up in arms about anything. Like, it's going to work out. It always does. It always has. I'm 37 years old, and every day has worked out. I've survived 100% of my bad days, and so have you. No matter how we think it is, we lay down in bed every night, and we wake up. Every morning, God wakes us up. Those are blessings that a lot of people don't get. And so just learn to be appreciative of it. I am every day. Some days I get reminded of it more. Some days I focus on it more because of things happening. But like, life is important. Every day is important. None are more important than the other. It's just the one that you have today. The 5th is the one that you have. Tomorrow, the 6th is the one that you have. If the Lord say the same, and we just keep marching to that beat. I love you. I just wanted to jump on here. I didn't want to not do it. I didn't want to talk about, especially when it was fresh on my mind, just getting off the plane. Like, we're going to be okay. We're always going to be okay. No matter what the enemy has, no matter what your boss, your significant other, your friend, you've made it this far. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep pressing forward toward the mark. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. Y'all keep doing your thing. Keep doing what you love doing. Let nothing deter you. We're going to make it. We're going to be okay. As always, y'all be blessed.